So hey guys, and welcome back to another episode of Ames's Corner. How are you all doing out there? So, I got a neat trick I want to show you guys, and it's going to be using a vacuum cleaner to change a leaky drain plug gasket. Now, nowadays cars are using some pretty expensive synthetic oil, upwards of $10 a quart. So we got a, 6 or so quarts of 0.20 in this car and a fresh oil change, and the customer came back complaining that they're getting little drops of oil on the floor, and we actually got a little drop already right there, and that's because the drain plug gasket for some reason isn't seating. I wiped it off, but it was all wet and drippy. You can kind of see all the residual oil back here and going back. So it's been leaking for a little bit, but we don't want to waste that oil. I mean, it's not good for the environment, it's not good for the bottom line. So we're going to use that shop vac to change that drain plug gasket. So let me get this thing down and I'll show you how we accomplish that. I got the shop vac here. Now you take your oil fill cap off where you put the oil into the motor. This works on any motor. Now I hear you saying you can't be going to hook that right on there, but yeah, it's that simple. On this Subaru, this actually fits on there nice and snugly, and sometimes you got to make it some sort of adapter with a shop rag or rubber hose or whatever you can to get the vacuum on there. Now I hear you guys saying, Amesy, you're going to suck all the oil from the engine into the vacuum cleaner. But no, the oil is all way down in the oil pan, and there's a lot of airspace in the engine that it can't get to the oil. So this is just going to put a vacuum right on this the cam cover here, and nothing's going to end up going into the shop vac. As you can see, it's just putting a vacuum, probably 20 inches of mercury into the top of the motor and causing a vacuum in the engine. So alright, I'm going to set this vacuum on my cart just so we can get under it on the lift, but let's get this thing back up in the air and change that gasket. Alright, we got the shop vac set up. I got a combination wrench there on the drain plug. We'll turn the vacuum on, get the suction going, and I assure you this motor is full of oil. There it is, and that's all it'll do. It'll just suck air up in there. None of the oil is getting into the vacuum, but none of the oil's coming out. All that 0.20 is right up there. See? No oil can escape. So yeah, I'm gonna go find the new drain plug gasket and we'll start this thing back up and get it to stop leaking. Okay guys, we got the new drain plug gasket here, a nice copper crush washer. Put that on there. And there we have it. And there it is. Nice new copper crush gasket on there. Shouldn't leak anymore. We'll just wipe up the rest of this and top off the oil and she's out the door. Well, alright guys, I hope you enjoyed this little tip. Just a little something I wanted to share with you guys to get you out of a pinch. There's no need to throw away or have to try to catch that old oil when you've got a leaky drain plug gasket just after an oil change. That's when they're going to leak, is right after an oil change. And it looks like this one, by the look of it, I don't know if you can translate, I don't know if it looked very well, but it looks like it was over torqued and over crushed. So it's a common mistake, easy mistake to be made at a quick lube place, but doesn't mean you have to dump your oil. Anyways guys, questions and comments down below are much appreciated. I read them all, and on that note, until next time, keep it out of the cabbage.